What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Movie Watching Challenge from Apocalypse Movies. I am your host, Jacob, and I'm joined today by Jake and Keith. And it's been a while. We're finally catching up on our last episode where I challenged Jake Berlin to watch The Godfather.
Yes.
But to be fair, it was the holidays, and we're just kind of wrapping things up. We're jumping right back into the new year. So, man, I've been waiting to hear Jake's thoughts on this movie for a while, and
I think everybody is.
Not that
me too.
like that. It's that this movie's so personal to me or anything like that. It's just because it's The Godfather. It's a classic, and I think it's great. So I'm curious to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, since our last episode, it did take me a little while to watch it.
So when did you watch it? I'm curious.
I watched it, so if we go back to our last episode, it was probably about a week, 10 days afterwards.
Okay.
The holidays, and for me, because it's such a big movie, and my schedule is crazy, like, it was very hard for me to find time to watch it.
It's a long film, and you don't really want to break it up. You just want to watch it all at once.
Yeah, and so I tried my best to watch it at once. I did have to break it up. I actually ended up watching it at work while I was working, and so I was able to kind of coincide.
Now that I think about it, I think
I had the phone right there with the screen above me because I work on a computer, and so I was able to watch it while doing stuff. And I'm typically a really, really good multitasker to begin with, and so it worked out for me pretty well. Yeah, I mean, we all know that gangster movies aren't really my thing. Like, there's very few that really attract me. I know that The Godfather is one of, if not the greatest one of all time. And so I went into it with semi-expectations, wondering if I'd really like it. And I did enjoy it. It's a good movie. It's probably one of the better ones I saw because I realized what it was to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't know, to be quite honest, it's not really the movie that I expected it to be.
Yeah.
Because it's been around for so long. The hype has been up there for so long. I hear about it, and so that was a curse, but a good thing at the same time.
I think you might have been expecting like a straight mob movie, like something more closer to Goodfellas than what it really is.
It's not at all.
Well, and here's the thing for me, because I took so long to watch it and so many people have talked about it, it's not really about The Godfather. He's barely in the movie. Marlon Brando, he's barely in the movie, from my perspective anyway. Like, he's in at the beginning, and then he's injured the entire time because he got shot, and then he comes in at the end and he dies again.
Yeah, it's about his
son, Al Pacino. He's the Godfather,
becoming
obviously.
the Godfather.
Exactly,
yeah.
Which I thought that was the second movie, which essentially I think it is the second movie. And I don't want anything spoiled, obviously, but so that kind of caught me off guard just because he wasn't really in the movie. Like, I was expecting it to kind of be a passing of the torch, and it was, obviously, just in a different way than I expected it to be. Al Pacino's great. I mean, he's great in everything he does.
Al Pacino.
Honestly, it doesn't look like Al Pacino.
It doesn't.
It caught me off guard.
Sound like him.
It does not look like him at all, which it very much caught me off guard. I like seeing Robert Duvall in there, baby Robert Duvall.
Yeah, the cast is
and then there's
James Caan.
James Caan. There's also a woman actress which I didn't recognize at first, who plays his girlfriend from America. I forget her name. She's a big name actress these days. And I had no idea who she was the entire time until I looked it up afterwards. And I'm.
And she looks super young.
Yeah, she looks super young. It does not look like her at all. But no, the movie was enjoyable. It has a lot of depth to it. It obviously goes to a lot of different places.
Yeah.
It's very fast paced. It's quick shots. It feels old school because it barely really has any score.
Diane Keaton.
Yes, Diane Keaton.
Yeah.
There you go. It does not look like her at all. It does not look like her at all.
Yeah.
It's a very old school movie because there's very little score. You hear everything going on in the film. It cuts from scene to scene like an old school movie does.
Yeah.
Which I enjoyed seeing because you don't see that very much these days. It's a performance-driven movie, which is good. One of the best scenes in the whole movie was the restaurant scene where he shot up the two guys.
Yeah.
That kind of was where it all took a turn, obviously. And so I definitely liked it more than Goodfellas when you challenged me back to that in the day.
That's more of a straight mob movie.
Yes, it is, and they're very much different. But I liked it. It's a good movie. I'm not going to say it's one of the greatest movies of all time, just because, again, it's not my type of genre. It's not, but it's a very good. It's a very, very good movie, and it's probably the best mob movie / gangster movie that I've seen in a long time, if not ever.
Yeah, for me, what made
Sorry,
me
Keith.
appreciate it so much is how, like, the opening scene at the party, right? And then Al Pacino, he says he doesn't want to be in this life.
It's a whole transformation. Yeah,
And
it takes
how-
3 hours. Yeah.
what he eventually becomes is crazy. That's why I just think the 1 and 2 are just
And Vito
so
tells
great.
him like, "I never wanted this for you." Like that's what.
But he just naturally
he wanted
falls
him to be a
into it.
politician. He wanted him to go
Yeah.
to college, and that's why they're so upset that he joined the army. Well, there's a scene in the second one where they were upset at him for joining the army, but the second one is more of what you're. So the
Expecting?
second one, it's even longer.
Is
But
the second one a prequel or is it a sequel?
part of it is.
So it's back and
So,
forth.
Yeah.
The second one is like 2 different movies where
so
it's talking
Robert
about
De Niro plays.
Robert De Niro.
Okay,
plays
so I
Leon.
thought that was the third one.
No,
No.
that's the second one.
the second one.
Jesus,
Part of
what
it
is-
is. Part of it is.
And we talk about X-Men continuity.
Part of
I
it.
know,
right?
Well, the continuity's there if you watch it, but
No, it all makes sense though. It's not confusing.
it's about Vito's rise to power from
Okay.
when he left Italy, came to
And
America.
Marlon Brando's in it?
And no, that's Robert De
no,
Niro.
Robert De
Oh,
Niro,
De Niro
plays
plays
the
the young one,
Marlon
young one.
Brando's
It's-
character.
Great.
Okay.
Yes.
And then it plays alongside of Michael running the family. They're out
So
in
then you
Tahoe.
really see Al Pacino become,
And
the
he
Godfather,
becomes-
like very much so.
So it's probably I'm
and
probably
the ending to
okay.
that movie is one of the craziest endings
it's
I've ever
and
seen.
sad, and it's
Yeah.
Michael Corleone's not a good person. But
Well, I'm gonna. I mean, obviously now that I've seen the first one, I gotta
I-
watch the
Yeah,
second
exactly.
one. At
Really
some
recommend
point,
it.
Yeah.
It's a continuation, and I don't want anybody to get their like hearts broken out there, like especially you, Keith. Like I enjoyed the movie, I did.
I know, I understand.
It's just for me, it's not one of my greatest of all time.
First of all,
think
first
this
of all,
is
you
the
watch
best-
appreciate it though.
I think this is the best we could have hoped for.
I appreciate.
I agree,
it.
yeah.
I
As far
really
as
do.
Jake's
I
reaction to the
appreciate it,
movie.
and I go into that with a lot of movies, like movies that I don't. It's the same thing when I watched, Moulin Rouge or any of those musicals. Like I appreciate the movie for what they are.
Sure.
They're just not my type of movie.
Understood.
Like I appreciate that I had to watch it.
I'm just glad you look. There's a lot of folks, and I'm not going to make it an age thing. Like when I was in film school, there's a lot of people just like you. They're like, yeah, Godfather, I watched it. It's kind of like, eh. I don't know if it's a. I mean, I was not born. My parents were teenagers when it came out, so it's not like I don't know if it's an age thing. It's just like you said. That's not your genre, or I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's just
It's your thing.
Yeah.
It hits you
But
harder than it hits
I
me.
never expected Jake to come back and be like, "Oh my god, this is
No,
the
me
best
either,
movie
totally.
I've ever seen."
I'd have been
can't
shocked
believe
if
I
that
never
was
watched
your-
it. Like,
yeah.
I never expected that. I was hoping for this reaction. Like, you understand and appreciate that it's a good movie.
I understand the
And
type of movie
yeah.
it is.
if you. And I know you're busy and you couldn't. I know you had to watch it on the phone, but watch it just at home if you ever just don't have a day of nothing. Watch it on TV.
Well, yeah, I want to get it on
Just
Blu-ray or
watch
whatever, and put it on a
yeah.
TV and
take
really,
a day,
really
watch
experience it.
1 and 2
Yeah.
back to back, and it's fun.
I highly recommend watching too, especially now that you know the
Definitely.
characters and everything.
Spec 2, I'm telling you.
And
There's-
De Niro's
There's a
great in
scene
it,
in
too.
2 where you may have heard about it, but it's
Do you like 2 better than 1?
I'm one of those
See,
people. I think I prefer 1.
I like 1 better because
But-
of Marlon Brando.
yeah.
Okay.
But 2 is it's
Okay.
right there.
All right. Cool.
All right, well, there's Jake's thoughts on The
Yeah.
Godfather.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
satisfied. I'm satisfied.
I'm just glad you watched it finally.
I know.
I know,
Gotta
it's been
Now you
get
can
that
be
out
part of
of
the
there.
conversation.
Yeah.
when
I
people bring it
know.
up.
I know. Seriously, yeah, it's
For
been a
sure.
long time.
Well, naturally, now that Jake has been challenged and completed his challenge, it's his turn to challenge someone on
Yeah,
the show.
and Keith is here because I'm going to be challenging him, and obviously, for the time being, we are limited to the numbers that we have, and Brian has been challenged over and over and over again,
Probably more than
because
anyone
his
else.
filmography is a little tinier than everybody else's. But yeah, look, I had a hard time picking one for Keith, and there was a bunch that I could have picked, and I challenged him to Enemy last time, and it was a thought-provoking movie. It really made you think, and I'm like, okay, I want to go something completely different, something that's outside the realm of that type of movie that I found a number of years ago on a streaming service, and it's John Boyega's first film, Attack the Block.
Ooh, okay.
Joe Cornish's Attack the Block.
Yeah.
And Joe Cornish actually has a movie out in theaters right now. It's The Kid Who Will Be King. He directed
Oh,
that.
nice.
He also had writing credits on Tintin and Ant-Man.
Ooh, I love
and so
those
he has
films.
some big movies to his name. It's an alien invasion movie. It's
Yeah.
a different type of alien invasion movie. It's set in London, I
Is it in
believe.
the UK? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's set in London, and it follows John Boyega and a number of his friends as aliens rain down and are attacking everybody. Obviously,
Yeah.
I
Attack the
heard
Block.
it's awesome.
I've
I
heard
haven't
it was
seen
so
it.
good.
It's
Yeah.
fun. I think I'm the only one out of the 4 of us who may have seen it. It's action packed.
This
It's
his
awesome.
first movie?
It's his first directed movie. Yeah. And
Boyega, I mean, is this his
Oh
first?
yes, Boyega's first movie. Yeah.
Okay.
2011. Came out 2011. so
This
it's a number of
put
years
Boyega
ago.
on the map.
Yeah, this put
I
him on
think
the
he
map.
got
and-
Star Wars because of this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I really enjoyed it. It's a fun time. It's a different type of alien movie, and we see a lot of these type of alien movies these days, which is why it wasn't so big, is because they're everywhere.
Yeah.
But it puts a different spin on it. It's a lot of fun, and so Yeah, I mean, I think it's completely different from Enemy, which is why it chose it.
Yeah.
And so I hope you have a good time with it, man. It's a
can't
fun
wait.
movie.
It
It
It's
sounds
a
like
fun
a
one.
fun movie.
It does.
It's
yeah.
fun. It's exciting. It's got some really cool kills to it.
Yeah.
And it's the alien movie that you kind of want to
And
see.
it's
So
John Boyega with his accent, right?
it is with his accent.
Yeah.
You are
Cool.
you are
Yeah,
correct.
right.
And I don't know if you've seen The Flash or anything, but the guy who plays Kid Flash is in there as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's in there. It's
Oh,
one of his
what?
first movies as well.
That's awesome.
So he's
That
in
plays
there as
Wally
well.
West?
Yeah, he's in there as
Really?
well. So yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you might recognize some faces who kind of pop up
Does
here and
he
there.
have a
and-
British accent too?
Yeah.
What? I
Yeah.
have no idea.
So there's some
That's
people
crazy.
that you may
Yeah.
see in there that you'll recognize, which is kind of cool.
Never mind. I'll say it. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So
Okay.
no, Joe Cornish's Attack the Block.
Can't wait. Yeah, can't wait to watch that.
Gio loves this movie, and I think he has seen it.
I haven't even seen it. That's crazy.
And it's a very enjoyable, fun movie. So
Can't wait. man.
yeah, I'm looking forward
Cool.
to hearing your reaction. So
Man, this is why I love this show because
I'm
we go
telling you.
from The Godfather to Attack the Block.
This is my favorite
that
thing
came
we
out
do.
in like
I love
2016 or
yeah,
something like
yeah,
that.
yeah, it's fun.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
that's our even before that. No, it came out in like 20.
This came out in
14.
2011. This came out in
yeah.
2011.
Oh
so
my goodness.
so now
A
8
long
years
time
ago.
He was very young
Because
then.
I was
8
gonna
years
say it
ago.
has to be before The Force Awakens.
Yeah, 4
Well
years.
before,
Well,
yeah.
he probably filmed Attack the Block. That movie came out, and they started filming The Force Awakens.
A couple years
Well,
later,
because
yeah.
Disney bought Star Wars in 2012.
12.
And they probably casted like directly after that. So yeah, this is probably his next big movie after Attack the Block.
Yeah, just saying, we do so many different movies on this
Yeah,
show.
it's awesome.
That's why it's
fun.
awesome. All right, well, there you have it. You have Jake's thoughts on The Godfather. Let us know what you thought of that. We can kind of discuss spoilers now, I guess.
It's been out for
Yeah.
30 plus years. Go ahead,
and
yeah.
then Attack the Block. Have you guys seen it? If not, maybe watch it with us or with Keith and come back and join the show next time and hear what we thought. Hear what Keith thought about the movie. All right, well, that'll do it. Again, I am Jacob. Jake, Keith, thank you guys for joining me. This was the Movie Watching Challenge from Apocalypse Movies. We'll see you guys next time.